What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome to Bigfoot Input. We are back with another episode of Cryptid Picture Reactions, episode 31, and we're going to jump right into it. Where to start? Where to start? Let's start with Bigfoot World, Kathy Westerman, Aim to Frame. These guys, obviously, like, if you don't know, jump on their Facebook, um, get on their YouTube. The absolute most definitive evidence of paranormal and of the skunk ape that's coming out of Central Florida, and that's hands down. So go check them out on their channel, and you can make out some facial features. The eye there. There's two little nostrils right here. It's hard to make out on the IR, but they're right there. And then you can see a mouth here, and then of course you have the typical, shaped head and the body shape and stuff like that. So just a cool picture. Like I said, they have tons, and that's just one of them. So I appreciate their submissions all the time. Let's see. Let's go to this one. So I got sent this one as a trail cam picture. You can see it's 316 2013 Mount Hood, Oregon, etc., etc. Camera has a number. Two things stick out to me. First of all, I recognize this picture right away. Not everyone does. That's fine. I'm kind of a nerd on the subject, so I recognize the picture. But what sticks out to me, first of all, the weird distortion. See, like this right here? Even blurry pictures of Sasquatch don't quite look like this. Second thing that sticks out to me, there's no name brand on the camera. Okay, it's a little weird. I think they usually have a little logo or something. Um, the information bar is a little large. It's March and it's 42. Yeah, all right, I guess. Like, depending on where on Mount Hood you are, I guess that's possible. Yeah, that's okay. Seems a little cold for that time of the year, but yeah, you're just coming into the, out of the winter, so maybe. It is 4:47 in the morning. Everything in the background is bright white. Okay. Just some things that caught me right off the bat. But you might recognize that photo from this person, this one here. That, of course, is Dr. Meldrum. And this is a bust in his, I don't know if you want to call it his study or whatever. Anyway, it's at the University of Idaho. So that right there just tells us that this is a fabrication. All right, what else do we have? So much, I don't even know where to start. Wow, this is the worst picture ever taken. Like, literally. I can't tell if this is a carcass or if it's just like a log of a tree. Hard to tell. And then you've got this thing back here, right? Uh it's something. All right, we know that it's not like just an anomaly like a tree or a bush. But I don't want to jump on the Dogman train. Obviously, it could be a Dogman. Yeah, anything could be a Dogman. But um, doesn't it look like does it look like a bear to you guys? Like a big black bear standing on two legs, which is rare, but they do. They can totally stand like that. I don't know what his reasoning would be unless he's making himself bigger to the person taking this picture. You know. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go with black bear on that. I think that's what that is. I think there's a lot to see there. This one, anonymous submission. Definitely got some creature right here. I believe this is just a Sasquatch. He's kind of, they caught him in a moment of making a face, you know, but it's just like he doesn't have the conical shaped head, which we are now learning is not a deal breaker. Seems like the arm length is more of a deal breaker than the conical shaped head. Like literally all reports are, oh, his hands touch, you know, the knees, but we're getting different reports on the shape of the head. So, but yeah, I think it's a pretty clear picture of a Sasquatch. I just think he's kind of making a little, almost like not quite a smirk, but something there. So, but again, no idea who took it. So, if they want to remain anonymous, that's fine. So, speaking of anonymous, we'll go through these. This person submitted these anonymously, and I am sorry that they feel the need to do that. They don't want to be recognized in society as the person that took these pictures, that are posting these pictures, you know. And if they do post the pictures, they go, look, I'm not saying it's anything, but here, look at this. And then everybody jumps into ridicule and, you know, mock and just I'm just sick of it. You know, it's like if you don't see anything in the picture, it's cool. Maybe you don't have that ability. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem. But anyway, I digress. So there was a bunch of pictures submitted, and not all of them were home runs, you know, as far as I'm concerned. But there was a few that stuck out to me. So I'm going to go ahead and throw them out right now. So I did ask this person for their permission, though, because even though they're remaining anonymous right now, I wanted them to know that somebody appreciates their pictures. You know, that they're good enough to talk about, you know, instead of just always being made fun of and stuff like that. So, but anyway, this person supposedly has a lot of pictures, so we're hoping to build a relationship and bring more to light here. But so obviously we're seeing just a sort of a typical shape that we would expect. I don't know much about the camera here. I don't know about the contrast settings and stuff like that. It definitely seems to be I don't want to use the word altered, but that is what it is. Like I do it all the time. Like I'll change contrast, lighting, brightness, anything to bring forward facial features better. Sometimes you want to block out the background and bring forward something else. So that's what's been happening here. This could be an IR camera, you know, but we can see a typical shape that we all recognize, right? It's just a humanoid shape. And then when you get in here, oh man, that's when you really start to see stuff. Here we have the eye here, and nostrils. 1, 2, right? With the little nose. It's kind of small nose, actually. And then there's this sort of larger mouth. That nose, I think it actually extends out to here. There's a line there and a line over here. So very cool. I mean, a quite obviously a face. Now, this person explained that they are taking photographs of not only Sasquatch, but also like extraterrestrial life. So I dabble in that subject myself, but I'm more of a Bigfoot guy, and that's what kind of makes sense here. So I'm not going to go and say this is like an alien or a predator or anything like that, but it does look possibly like an IR picture of a Sasquatch. This is the same. I don't think I'm not sure if it's the exact same photo, but it's definitely the same creature, maybe in a different angle. Very cool. Very cool picture. Same person. Okay. Different setup. This is anonymous. This is a very like a color camera, obviously. So, do you guys see it? See this guy up here? There's possibly something going on here as well. All right, I have another angle of this. Hang on. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Now maybe we can get a good look at it. There's this beautiful head shape right here, down into the shoulders. And then you've got like a large, not a forehead, but like this is the top of the head, and then it comes down. You see the hairline right there where the hair meets the face. It seems it's blocked by these bushes right here. This is a twig or a small branch, and then here's one here too. And he's got himself strategically placed behind it to where there's an eyeball there, so he can see around, but he's still hidden. Cheekbone right there, and then the rest of his face and everything else is covered in bush. But I believe that is a Sasquatch. So to Mr. Anonymous, excellent pictures. Thank you. I hope you keep posting them. If you don't want to post them, you want to send them to us, feel free to send them to bigfootinput.com. Sorry, bigfootinput@gmail.com. You're welcome to send any submissions there. We will look through them. I will not post them just to tell you that I disagree with them or I don't see anything. I will look through them, and when I find something that I find suitable, then we will use it in the video, if that makes sense. Okay. I won't purposely just, blow up your pictures like that. Let's see, what else do we have? Something here, I don't know. It's very possible. I mean, it's just so blobby, but you get like the shape of the head here, and then just a weird distortion of face. Like there's like an eyeball here and like there, and then there's like this weird big nose and a mouth. I don't really know what's going on here, frankly. It almost looks like there's like some braids here and there, which I don't find that weird, frankly. I think Sasquatch do braid their hair, but I don't know that this is a Sasquatch. That one's tough to call, and it's just, completely anonymous, so I don't know. I'm not going to take that one too seriously. So I didn't have this one marked for whatever reason, but this one stinks of Bigfoot World. I'm pretty sure that this is Kathy Westerman. I wish I had marked it, but I'm almost certain this is her. It might be in her backyard. I'm not sure, but I want you to look right here, and you're seeing this face, eye, nose, mouth, and the head. She has another picture extremely similar to this one. I'm pretty sure it's the same creature. This one, he's facing a different direction than the other picture. The other picture, he's more straight on. So I'm almost positive this is her. It's a little bit of a closer look at it, but it's the same picture. But yeah, that's that guy. I'm sure of it. So I'm gonna call Bigfoot World on that one. Sorry, I should have marked that one. We already looked at that one. Let me take a moment to thank the members of our channel: Nick Matthews, C. Richardson, and Adventure Monty. And if you want to be a member, all you got to do is go to our main page and click join, and click join again. And you're going to get one of these neat little stars next to your name that tells everybody how long you've been here. And you will also get access to exclusive member content, a lot of which involves corpses and things like that I can't post here on YouTube. Also, that reminds me, as far as not posting on YouTube, we also post occasionally on our Patreon. And you can hop over there and join us on Patreon for some extra content and just to help support the channel. All right. So I appreciate all the support from everyone. Here's a list of our Patreons. Patrons? Patreons? I don't know. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate everyone that helps support. What else do we have? Oh, sure. Rebecca Rollison, another Bigfoot World researcher. She's got something right here. Looks like a lot of bush involved here. I think it's like, you know, cloaking itself a little bit like they do by, you know, using the surrounding bush. But you got an eye there, nose there, mouth. Almost looks like, I don't know if this is involved. I think this is behind the creature, the face, but it's definitely buried here. I mean, it's like I've been hearing more and more about how they lay on the ground a lot. Like they just, that's their cover. It's just they're constantly on the ground, you know, laying behind bushes and things like that. And I believe that the more we see, I think the more evidence points that way. Wayne Lewin, I hope I'm saying that right. Lewin. He's an Australian guy, so obviously talking about the Yowie. And what we can see here is you can see some body mass here and there, which would be shoulders. And you can see the eye sockets here with that, the inset, deep set eyes, and the cranial ridge with the nose right there and a distinct cheekbone. You can see the shine on it right there. And then what's weird about this one is the hair. They always have a separation between the hair and the face because their face is usually hairless unless it's a beard or a mustache, just like a human. But you can see, look at the hair break. See how it slopes down on the forehead here and goes all the way up and then comes down here. It's almost like he has like a part on his hair, you know, and it just sort of comes down and falls down over his face. So that's a neat picture. And this is just the same picture, but smaller. Thank you, Wayne, for the submission and your permission to show everybody this picture. We already looked at that picture. Okay, guys. So, Western Slope Bigfoot, I believe Zeus has changed his name to Project Sasquatch. So, yeah, Project Sasquatch. Sorry. I had a moment there. I had to think. All right. So, we have showcased this picture before. All right. I would love to get Zeus's opinion. I know that he listens on sort of the nature of this creature being somewhat translucent. And it's not terribly translucent, but you can see there's like a blurring factor, you know. Now, is that just from them moving fast in front of the camera? Was it still, I don't know, you know, I'm fishing a little bit here, but I have curiosity. So Zeus, anything you can do to enlighten us a little bit on what you feel is going on in this picture. But from my point, what I see is just quite obviously a Sasquatch face. It's a little, you know, with the deep cranial ridge there and the deep set eyes and the cheekbone, and the nose is a little blurry, which again, that's, see how it's blurry on this side of the picture but not on this one. So I'm wondering if it was turning its head that way and he caught it, caught this little, almost like a little smile there, you know. So this is a neat creature, neat picture too. I love that picture. You can tell that its body mass is down here. You see, this is log here, log there. Its body mass starts down there to where we can see it anyway. And then I feel that it's almost like on its knees or a squatted position. And you can't really see the rest of the body because of all of this bush here. Great picture. Great picture. Thank you, Zeus, for all your submissions. And we'll be incorporating those more in the future. Rebecca Rollison again with an interesting picture, and I want to show you what I find interesting about this. I know it's pixelated, it's blurred out, it's from far away, you know, but what I'm seeing here is hair, mustache, beard with the lips right there, right? And then you got nose up here. And then this is being reported more and more now, that I'm hearing of anyway, is the white patches around the eyes. And it's not necessarily the white, this is hairless. Like around the eyes, they have these big, sort of like how a human would have just their cheekbone and nose exposed and the rest of their face is hairy. It's kind of like that, where this is like like I said, the mustache and beard, but the beard would run a little higher than a typical Sasquatch face. And then you got forehead, hairline right there, and a conical shaped head. So I think she's got a catch there of a tree peeker. Get myself mixed up today. I don't know where I've been and where I haven't been. All right. So a lady named Trish submitted this to me with the caveat that it's a, you know, a still shot from a video. She doesn't own the rights to the video. She doesn't know where it came from, that sort of thing. She just grabbed it, saw it, and here it is. And I get that. And I'm not even sure. I've looked at this picture for a while, and I'm trying to separate the pareidolia from the real, you know? And I'm going to tell you what we might be seeing. Okay? That's where I've landed. We might be seeing an eye behind this tree branch here. We might be seeing the other eye right there. This could be the side of the face. And this right here could be lips. Could be a bottom of a nose right here too. So, man, I'm so torn on this picture. One of two things is happening here. Either this is just completely pareidolia and there's nothing there at all. Although I'm not leaning that way. I'm leaning on camouflage. I'm leaning on this creature having camouflaging abilities. I hate the word cloaking, but because people think they can just disappear, and I don't know about all that. But I think that it is definitely blended in with its environment to somehow, shape, or form. Maybe its fur has, you know, like, I hate to say mirroring, mirroring, but, you know, something like that. There's something going on with this creature's ability to cloak itself, to blend in with its environment. It's really good at it. You know, and I mean, we've seen it in the wild in other creatures, owls, chameleons, I mean, octopus. You know, it's like, you'll never know they're there. And these creatures, as big as they are, they've had to master this. So, excuse me, a little coffee break. All right, let's get on with getting on. We got a few left. So, do you guys remember this one from like maybe last video? The goggles guy. So this is why I love working with you guys. So, Tommy Boy hits me up and says, "Hey man, you know that picture you had last week? Do you know that there's two?" So he sends me this. If you didn't see this one last week, it's very cool. You should check that. You know what? Go watch the other video. All right, don't bother me with that. We're not gonna go over it twice. And so he sends me this one. So I want to look at a couple things just to make sure. So let's look at this tree and maybe take a glance at these trees. There's that tree again. And there's these trees. And it almost looks like maybe this is the first picture and the other one is the second picture. Because anyway, so definitely the same deal, right? So now this is the first time I'm actually analyzing this picture. So let's take a look. Big flat foot, left leg still in motion, still blurry. I like the way the fur hangs down here, the hair hangs down here. Um, hmm. I don't love this though. See this straight line? It's weird. Could be pants. All right. Someone had suggested in the comments last week that the goggles, what if it was like an infant arm reaching around to hold on to, like, you know, mom's head or something like that. I think that's possible. I haven't actually revisited it since that comment. I mean, it looks kind of skinny for an arm. See this right here? I don't think that's what's going on there. But what's, see, and there it is again. So looking at it this way, what it looks like is that the light from this camera, or possibly moonlight, is catching on the tips of its fur. Or hair. Sorry, people get mad when you call it fur. I don't know why. But um that's what it looks like to me. So, because see, from this angle, the face looks pretty normal. You get the eye there, nose. This is a side profile, by the way. He's looking this way. That's why I say this would be like the first picture, and then this would be the second. So that kind of answers that question. This is not a strap of any kind. This is the light catching on his fur. Which then, now that we know that, this makes more sense. This would be head in motion, by the way. In motion, so everything's blurred. But there's your hairline right there to the forehead. This is all face. This right here, which I previously thought were, like I said, goggles or something, is background. It's like a tree. So just like, forget that's there. And then this whole thing starts to make more sense. Yeah, see? That right there is part of this, whatever this like tree structure is back here. And this is well, it's frankly a better shot. So is it real? Well, damn it. I liked this picture too. I was like, that's neat. I'm sorry. He's wearing pants. This is a two-piece suit. And these are the pants. Right there. He's got them pulled up right around his waist. And the fur suit is tucked into the pants. And unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. It's unfortunate that it's probably a hoax, but you can see the shirt is tucked into the pants. So anyway, there you go. That's that. Damn it. That's sad. So Sasquatch Reanimated from IG sent me this picture. And at first I was like, yeah, well, I don't see it. And then I started looking around closer. And then I saw this guy. All right, eye, nose, mouth. There's a lip there, chin curves right around here at the bottom. And think what I did was, I changed the coloration a little bit on the picture so you can get a better look at the facial features. So please, if you guys are on Instagram, hop over, show this guy some love. Follow him. He's got some cool stuff. Cool, but he's got some videos too that are neat. I want to talk about one other thing before we get on. What's this one? Oh, that was my close-up picture. Never mind. I'm forgetting one. You guys remember this from last video? The big Sasquatch turning his head and looking at Tommy Boy. Unfortunately, I found out there's no better version of this picture available because the camera is gone. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So anyway, Tommy Boy, he takes this picture, right? He's got a tree stand 50 yards away. Comes back to this. I mean, wow. I don't know how much this tree stand weighs. All right, it's not an insurmountable weight. But it's got to be made out of tough enough of a structure to allow, a 250-pound man to climb it. I'm not saying Tommy weighs 250 pounds. What I'm saying is that these things have got to be built for, 250, 300-pound man to be able to climb up there, right? So I doubt it has, like a tiny weight limit. But I mean, it looks to be fairly, fairly high quality. It's, I would imagine it's pretty strong. Anyway, so that's not the point. Point is, Tommy Boy lives in Pennsylvania. I've taken the liberty of doing some research to find out that moose and elk are almost extinct in Pennsylvania due to hunting from 100 years ago. And the elk are almost extinct. The moose they said they're making a promising comeback. That tells me that there's not a lot of moose or elk in the area, big creatures that it would take to do something like this. They have some black bear. Are black bear capable of this? Well, maybe. But that's a lot of putting your teeth on a metal object. I don't see that happening. And although they do have some really big deer up there, I don't think a deer could do this either. So I'm going to say it's a fair argument that a Sasquatch grabbed this thing from the bottom and decided to twist it around this tree, therefore making it unusable. So either it's sabotage, or he just got angry at this guy for taking his picture, or he didn't like him putting something in his tree, whatever the case may be. Anyway, I think it's a cool picture. Thank you, Tommy, for sending me that. By the way, I did look in the background here, so I was like, wouldn't it be cool if there's a Sasquatch just watching? I don't think there is, though. I don't think that's... I looked over the picture fairly thoroughly. Alright, guys, last one, I believe. I think I've gotten through all of them except for this one. So, before I put this one out here, I'm just going to say, this is Scott Loomis, Monsters from Maine. I trust Scott. His research and pictures are transparent, and, it is what it is, basically. Some of his pictures, I don't see anything. Some of his pictures I think are incredible. So that tells me that Scott's not trying to hoax me. You know what I'm saying? This picture, I didn't post it when he sent it to me because he told me that it's a sore spot for him because he still has some trauma about the night that this happened. And from the pictures that he sent, there's about 4 of them. I'm going to show you one. it looks like he was almost surrounded by, if not at least approached by, 4 individuals. He is referring to them as dogmen or ghost dogs. Anyone that watches this channel understand, they know how I feel about Dogman. But also, I have always said that I'm open to the idea. I just want to see some solid evidence, consistent, solid evidence that shows me that Dogman is real. Okay? Scott told me flat out, you're wrong. Dogman totally exists, and I'm going to prove it to you. Well, so far, he has given me at least 2 pictures that I thought were like, you know, not necessarily definitive, but definitely impressive and something to put on the pile of Dogman evidence. So here today, he comes forward with a picture that I cannot reason away. So here it is. We're going to get in close and have a better look, but I just wanted you to see the whole thing. Now we're talking about 4 individuals. Obviously, light source here, well, the eyes shining, you know, so a light here, a light here, a light here, and then of course, this guy. Get in close on this. Seeing ears, big tall ears, top of the head, second ear, large eye here and here, elongated snout, can't zoom in anymore, but nostril there and there, giving, you know, making this the nose. And according to Scott, I didn't get the full story because I didn't ask, frankly. Don't like to push a situation like that, but there was aggression here. These creatures were not friendly. So anytime Scott decides that he's ready to share that story, we will be available to listen. But in the meantime, I have to say that I find this to be extremely compelling evidence of Dogman. And believe me, I don't like saying that. I really don't. But the truth is the truth. And we are always seeking the truth. I'm not here to push a narrative or to push my own agenda. I am always looking for what is real and what isn't. This is real. And this is the face of a dog. And it's dark. We can't see the full body, unfortunately. But knowing Scott and his research, this is legitimate. So, well, there you go, folks. That's a hell of a way to end the show. So, but that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Join Patreon. Support the channel. I really appreciate everything. All right. This is J Mac, and I'm out.